Welcome. You with the nasty past, and I'm back with another chapter read from out of the fall of America. We're diving into chapter 43 as promised. You feel what I'm saying? As promised. And the title is Plagued by God. America is doomed. Now, if we think about Exodus, you see the plagues that was put upon my culture. You see the plagues that was put upon your culture from an ancestor, from a pharaoh that was very, how to say this, very selfish in the thinking of our civilization. Very selfish. Very, very, very selfish. You get me? Very. A lot of our ancestors died. You get me? A lot of our future leaders died within that plague. Yeah, died, killed. Yeah, killed. I'm not going to take up too much time on the intro. This is a one-part read of chapter 43, so we're going to just zoom on through this. With the end of the rule of the white race over the black people of the earth in sight, face to face, we have to deal with each other according to the actual facts which exist between the two nations, black and white. With the nature and desire of the white race to continue their rule on subjection of the darker people, even though the white man recognizes these facts, he will continue to try holding on to his rule, his subjection, his thinking of what he has acquired under such rule. That which is his, and he cannot give up the prey. His concession, the merchandise, which he has exploited out from under the noses and eyes of the real owners. Okay, I'm going to pause right there because I want to ask the African American community, if everything you see that white people has done wrong to the African American ancestors that arrived here in America, why have you conformed into what white people was? Why have you conformed into that? You see it being so wrong. And then this is like the candle on the cake with the icing. Why do you do it to your own race of people? Come on, why do you? He is willing to shed the blood of his own people and that of others to hold on to that which he calls his legal possessions. The spirit aroused in the black man says no. But it sounds like it should say the spirit of the white man says no. Do I have to read this to you again? He is willing to shed the blood of his own people. There have been a killing or a shooting every day. You get me? The day Monday. But this has went on since what? Wednesday? There was one, what? Thursday? Friday? Saturday? I think it was a shooting even Sunday. That the continent and what is on the under, what is on and under its surface belongs to him and his people, black nation. This spirit acknowledges now not only confined to Africa and Asia, the black, brown, and yellow people, but it actually is now arising in the American so-called Negro, the true lost and found brother of the black man throughout the earth. Whether it be Africa or Asia, he is the brother of them all. It is the desire of the white race to continue to hold power and authority over black Africa, whether it is in Rhodesia or elsewhere. They would just have to give it up. England, Germany, Italy, and France, especially England, France, and skeleton Germany, seem to be the diehards. The white men in Rhodesia would be acting wisely if they would realize that one day, sooner or later, they must pack up and leave. Wherefore, I quote the Bible prophecy concerning the separation of nations again today, as it was before. Every man must go to his own. This is the clearest and most direct justice that God and man could agree upon. So, Is that really in the now? Is that really in the now? Because I have spoken before in the Fall of America reading, and I've asked the question, what do you want? The African Americans out of America? Do you want America? Do y'all? I've asked it. Okay, the minister Elijah Muhammad, just put it this way, I've just caught up to what he published in this book to America. I asked the question, no one answered it. Say how you feel. Say what you feel. You get me? Say what you feel, mean what you feel. If that's what you feel, say it. You'd be surprised. You may get what you want. You may get it. The white man cannot live in luxury unless he has the black man in his place of possession and subjection of his will. But as I repeatedly say in this paper and in all of my writings, you cannot make God and his prophets liars, nor can we reverse the time of their prediction in which these things would take place. So the time has come. This is nothing but justice, that we have possession of what is our own. The white man is conscious of the fact that he deceived the black man of the knowledge of the black man and his possessions. But that particular authority has given divinely temporarily. But by the same divinity, it is now being taken from the white race. Did y'all really get that? Huh? Did you? Now, I do agree that there was a change in America towards the African American community for the things that was done during slavery. Yeah, it was. It really was. And it was a time it came to a realization that the African American community is not going to keep on falling upon my grievances and just, I'm supposed to give everything to them. No, that's being greedy. You get me? That's being greedy. And it's to a point in America, there are so many programs and so many advancements that the African American community can compromise on. We choose to only be drug dealers, whores, and drug users. That's all we chose to be, and shooters, savages. That's all. That's all we are choosing to be. That's all we are being made to believe. Those are our only choices. We have more choices than that. And that is the part when white America said to themselves, no, I'm not going to feel bad anymore about slavery because this community had every opportunity we had. You get it? You get it? You should always leave a piece of bread there. I don't care if it's the butt end of the bread. Leave something there. This is nothing but justice that we have possession of what is our own. The white man is conscious to the fact that he deceived the black man of the knowledge of the black man and his possessions. But that particular authority was given divinely, temporarily. But by the same divinity, it is now being taken from the white race. The white race is facing doom because she will not act according to justice and righteousness, which was not by nature put in her. But this is known, and her race is frightened concerning her future as we see her in America. The white man recognizes his coming doom, and many of them would rather die here than to do elsewhere outside of America, to try to defend what they call their own independent sovereignty. Some have poured gasoline over themselves and committed suicide by setting themselves on fire. This is a very new and open act of a people who want every other people, black, brown, yellow, and red, on earth to fight their wars to save their independence. A ruthless and brutal people like America, England, and Germany should be ashamed in this modern time to look for these people whom they have robbed, killed, murdered, and brought under subjugation by force to think that today they should be so soundly asleep that they ignore the time and the authority that they can unite, as the European has been doing against black Africa and brown and yellow Asia. Now, I'm going to slow it down right there, and I'm going to just say this to you again. You got what I'm saying. We are citizens of this country. If this country was invaded, do you really want to go up under a European law? Do you really want to go up under an Asian way of life? Do you really want to live under a Arabic, Iranian way of life? I know I don't. No, I don't. I really don't. You get me? I don't. There are some things about Asia I don't like. There's a lot of things about Iran I can't stand. I want to say hate, but I know I'll never get to heaven if I hate you. So I'm going to say I can't stand your ways. Your ways are wrong. Your thinking is wrong. And I understand the survival part of that country. I get it. I understand the survival part of that country. But why you can't get along? You should be able to. And you as a Iran or you as an Israelite, you probably saying to yourself, well, why you blacks and you whites can't get along? You get it. You probably say, reverse the question back to me. And I'm going to be honest with you. You get what I'm saying? Whites and blacks can get along. Yeah, it's been proven for decades. It's been proven. But there's always another entity outside of the black and white culture, race, community that wants to see these two races always at a conflict. Now, why? If you ask me the way I'm going to process this back to you, because of the trickery of words, issues, and reality. And I'm going to add one more on to it, the past. You get me? The past, which reflects in your future. You understand me? You understand? And if I want to get to a fifth one, it's easy to manipulate a person that is in solitude and don't understand the solitude that has been given to them. Because see, when you're in solitude and you're not a mature man or woman, you thinking something is wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. You're in solitude because the other world does not understand you. They don't understand you. They don't get you. You understand? You get me now? Let's finish up this chapter. As the book says to the white race, as thou hast done, so shall it be done unto thee. The white man must return to Europe and concentrate on that continent for his future, or else concentrate on his death instead of his life. For they can no longer rule the black man. The black man now knows where his home is, and he now is rising up to take possession of that which is his. That's the end of chapter 43. That's the end of it. And I must say, it was a good chapter. Very good chapter. And, I don't agree with those things are really present in the now. I really don't. You get what I'm saying? Because if it was so much of the white race trying to go on back to Europe, a lot of this stuff, these wars, these battles, these petty sit-downs wouldn't be going on. They would have been left. Pum, took everything they have in this country and been left. Easy. Pum, I'm gone. You get it? The white community, the white culture, the white part of this nation is fighting for America. Yes, fighting for America. Get it? Understand? A lot has been put on this nation. And this, to be honest with you, it's time, to change some things. I don't know if it will be changed in my era of of living upon this rock. But if this is America and people want to do away with saying white, people want to do away with saying black, people want to do away with saying Mexican, have only one box to fill out, and that is American. Have that one box. You shouldn't have Hispanic. You shouldn't have white. You shouldn't have black, African, whatever, Mexican, Spanish, Latin. You shouldn't have none of that. If you are an American citizen, then let's just go and leave it at American. That can define it all. Because see, I can say to you, if I was a racist person, if I was a person that wanted to manipulate the youth and start and keep a bunch of BS going, I can say it to you this way. You know the reason you have that box about your culture, about your race, where you got to check which one you will, so that you can be denied any privileges you can be accepted for. You understand me? See, knowing that you're black, okay, I don't want to hire a black person. You get it? You understand it? Knowing that you're black, okay, I don't want to give you no food stamps because you're black. You get it? You understand? I can flip it that way. I can do that to you, but I'll never do that. I will never. Why don't you think about this suggestion and just leave one box, American, especially if you're an American citizen. Anyway, I'm here to process. I'm here to give answers to issues that we need solutions to. As I said, I believe Elijah Muhammad was the spook that sat at the Islamic door. I'm out and I love you. Catch you next week.